beautiful day when we're celebrating not just Earth Day on April 22nd, 2017, but the wedding of Brian and James. My name's Kent McCusick. It's my honor and pleasure to be part of this. And this is Brian and James, and they are going to smooch a little later and make it official.
He's my boyfriend. I know Brian from ISU. We are at the same department. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Shweta. Here's Kritika, Aisha, Prashant. They all know Brian through me, and I know of Brian from Iowa State University. Hi, I'm Janu, and this is my husband, Tony. I know Brian from the Computer Science Department of Iowa State, and we just stayed in touch.
I'm James' dad. I'd like to graduate him on his wedding day.
I'm James's mom, and good luck on your marriage.
Friend of James, good luck on your marriage.
I'm James's driller. Have fun.
Your name?
Chad.
I'm Annette, your second cousin, James, if you haven't noticed. Good luck, you two.
I'm Jonathan Kolash, and I know Brian and James from the community, I guess.
Hi, I'm Carrie, Brian's dad. Live in Las Vegas now, and didn't come that long of a way, but it is nice to see him. I don't get to see him very often, and this is a great moment. So I look forward to the life that he and James has to bring forth, not only for the two of them, but for myself and my daughter to kind of expand our family.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm Brian's sister. I congratulate both you and James, Brian, on your wedding. As your sister, I've been with you through your ups and downs, going through your journey, and growing up, this was never something that I thought would happen for you, and I never thought you would want to take this step, and I can't tell you how happy I am that I get to sit here and see you and James get married, and I absolutely love James, and I'm so happy that you guys are going to be a family, and I get to sit here and watch you for many years to come and see all the great, crazy, wonderful things you two do. So congratulations!
Hi, I'm Molly. I just want to say congratulations to both of you guys. I'm so excited and happy for you guys, and I wish nothing but the best for you, and I can't wait to see what the future brings for you.
I'm Peter Wolf. I'm friends with both Brian and James, and they have introduced us to vegan food, and I'm grateful for that. I wish them many years of happiness together, and George, my husband, and I have been together for almost 34 years, so we wish them longevity in their relationship, and hope nothing but the best for them. I got to bring the vegan lasagna today, so I hope it meets their satisfaction, and we're looking forward to the joyous occasion.
Talking, and I don't have to do it.
You're on.
Oh, wow. Hi. I'm Erina.
I'm Brian.
This is Brian. We met Brian. I met Brian in college. We both got a maths degree together. Well, at the same time. And I met James through Brian. And Brian met everyone through me. Oh, and we wish you well.
And your life's together.
Yeah. We love you.
I'm Zach. This is Lisa. I met Brian, who was my roommate at Regis University in undergrad. Lisa
I met Brian through school.
Yes, we wish you the very best, the very happiest
I want to wish you guys a happy marriage, long love, life together, and I know you guys through Dan, of course, when we met in 2015 for Halloween, which was a great weekend, fun time. Hope you guys have a great day. Is that good? So it was name how we met. Okay. So my name is Dan, and I met James through college. So we met at UW Platteville through Aikido. It was a great time, and I could already tell through that James was a great guy. So I was like, hey, you know what? We're gonna become friends, and so we did, and we've been friends ever since. We've been hanging out, not as much as I'd like, but you know, we live so far away now that we do the best we can. But I wish you guys the most happiness and that it lasts forever and ever and ever.
Hi, I'm Lee. I met James when I was his field technician in Wood River, Nebraska, studying our beloved Dixiesols. And we followed with a wonderful summer spent there in the field house in Durr House. Congratulations and best wishes. I'm so excited for you guys and love you lots.
Hi, I'm Aunt Patty.
And I'm her husband, Roger.
James is our nephew, and best of luck to you guys. Many, many years.
Yeah, terrific, and just hope the best of everything for you guys.
My name is Mary Ann. James is my grandchild. Best luck to both of them.
Ready? My name is Mary and James is my nephew.
I'm Russ, Mary's husband. And we're both godparents to James.
And we met Brian through James and we wish him the best of luck and a happy life.
Best of both of you guys. Enjoy everything happy every day. You'll make her.
What's up, Brian? It's Kyle. You know me, hopefully. Maybe. Anyway, congratulations, guys. I'm really excited for you. That's all I got.
Hey, guys. Good to see you. Congratulations. Nice to meet you again.
Brian, congratulations.
Hi, Brian and James. Thank you for inviting me to share your beautiful day with you. I'm so excited for you and have a wonderful marriage. I'm so happy.
Hi, guys. Mother Ziegler here. So happy to be a part of this. I am thrilled to death for you, and I know we will have a wonderful life together.
Hey, guys. Just want to say congratulations, and I wish you both the best of luck. You're an amazing couple.
Hi, James and Brian. You're getting married on Earth Day. It's my favorite holiday. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you.
Brian have chosen a theme, Rising in Love. It is our Unitarian Universalist tradition that whenever we gather in this sacred space, we light a chalice. And the chalice lighting is by Toni Morrison. Don't ever think I fell for you or fell over you. I didn't fall in love. I rose in it. To begin this service and ritual, I'll ring this chime 3 times. The first is to waken the chime. The second, to open our minds. The third, to open our hearts to each other and to Brian and James on this day. Joining of 2 friends in marriage dedicated to the enrichment of each person and in the welfare of humankind. An estate not to be entered into lightly, but fully and in all sincerity. Marriage, according to some, represents the end to a long search, a utopia that all couples should strive to attain. According to Toni Morrison, all paradises, all utopias are designed by who is not there, by the people who are not allowed in. Marriage creates a dichotomy between those coupled and those not, between those who can share health insurance and those who must fend for themselves, between those worthy of raising children and those whom our government may find lacking. Our Constitution says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise of. Only recently has our government allowed 2 men or women to marry legally, despite their deeply held spiritual beliefs. As James and Brian take part in the privilege of marriage, they do so knowing that the rights and benefits conferred onto them reflect the rights and privileges of those in the past and the unmarried cannot receive. Should not unmarried persons have easier access to health care as well? Or the right to designate their will and inheritance to people they love with the same ease as married couples? We must reflect on these privileges with reverence. However, despite its imperfections, marriage does help define common purpose. Douglas Steere, a Quaker, writes, "The ancient question, who am I, inevitable leads to a deeper one. Whose am I? Because there is not identity outside of relationship. You cannot be a person by yourself. To ask, whose am I, is to extend the question far beyond the little self-absorbed self and wonder, who needs you? Who loves you? To whom are you accountable? To whom do you answer? Whose life is altered by your choices? With whose life? Whose lives is your own, all bound up inextricably in obvious or invisible ways? Marriage helps to define with whom we share our identity and to whom we trust to help us carry out our purpose. As a tradition, it dedicates the other to endeavor not only to fill the needs of their partner, but by working together to fill the needs of humankind. Marriage is a sharing experience and an opportunity for service. Your love and your respect have grown to the point that marriage fits the expression of your hopes, willingness, and commitment. Your mutual caring brings us here this day. James and Brian have chosen 3 readings for their wedding today. The first reading was written by the Dalai Lama and will be read by Lee Sutcliffe.
Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. Every living being has an equal right to and desire for happiness. I have found that the greatest degree of inner tranquility comes from the development of love and compassion. The more we care for the happiness of others, the greater is our own sense of well-being. Cultivating a close, warm-hearted feeling for others automatically puts the mind at ease. It is the ultimate source of success in life.
The second reading is by the Reverend Preston Moore and will be read by Janu and Tony Kabbalah.
It is a matter of law A covenant is a matter of love. A contract speaks this way: if you do this, and only if you do this, then I will do that. It's hedged, cautious, risk-averse. Its most basic principle is no surprises. A covenant speaks this way: you and I will do whatever is needed to achieve our shared purpose. We will remember that our covenantal relationship is more important than any particular action we take or fail to take to serve its purpose. If either of us fails to honor this shared commitment, the other has permission to call the one who fell short back into covenant, to ask what's happening, to be demanding and supporting at the same time. In a covenantal relationship, there is an understanding that no one fulfills his promises each and every time.
Sometimes you make a doubtful promise and then put your heart into it and then fail. And then you and your covenant partner pick yourselves up and ask, how shall we recover from this failure? How shall we keep going? In a covenantal relationship, the message you get from your partners when you fail is just as much an affirmation of self-worth as if the promise had been fulfilled.
When you love someone, you do not love them all the time or in exactly the same way from moment to moment. It is an impossibility. It is even a lie to pretend to. And yes, that is exactly what most of us demand. We have so little faith in the ebb and flow of life, of love, of relationships. We leap at the flow of the tide and resist in terror its ebb. We are afraid it will never return. We insist on permanency, on duration, on continuity, when the only continuity possible in life as in love is in growth, in fluidity, in freedom, in the sense that the dancers are free, but partners in the same pattern. The only real security is not in owning or possessing, not in demanding or expecting, not hoping even. Security in a relationship lies neither in looking back to what was in nostalgia, nor forward to what it might be in dread or anticipation, but living in the present relationship and accepting it as it is now. Relationships must be like islands. One must accept them for what they are here and now, within their limits. Island, surrounded and interrupted by the sea, and continually visited and abandoned by the tides. One must accept the security of the winged life, of ebb and flow, of intermittency.
As part of their wedding today, the couple has chosen a sake ceremony. The ceremony is called Sansan Kudo. San means 3. 3 is an indivisible number, and it is considered a sacred number in Buddhism. By exchanging the nuptial sake sips 3 times 3, they will be happily united. 9 means triple happiness. But just as the Sansan Kudo sake sips may not be altogether delicious, the couple's marriage life may not always be delightful. But they will have to overcome their hardships with the cooperative spirit of the Sansan Kudo. Brian and James will now exchange sake sips 3 times. maybe the first sip wasn't delicious. The second one will be. James and Brian have written their own vows, which they will share with each other for the first time today. First.
You told me in South Korea that in 5 years we'd still be together, let alone getting married. There's no way that I would have believed you. We were different people back then, but the challenges we faced while dating over long distance, I feel have brought us closer together. I expect many more challenges and joys in our marriage. I probably don't have to tell you this, but I'm going to make mistakes. However, I vow to learn and grow from those mistakes as I have done throughout our journey together so far. I vow to help us develop our hearts and minds, cultivating compassion, generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiasm, concentration, and wisdom as we age and face various challenges. I vow to take those challenges to help us grow, to open our hearts, to accept ourselves and each other, and to generate compassion for others who are suffering. I vow to seek to understand myself, you, and all living things, to examine our own mind continually, and to regard all the mysteries of life with curiosity and joy, remembering to maintain a positive outlook when things look dim. I vow to preserve and enrich our affection for each other and to share it with all beings, to take the loving feelings we have for one another and our vision for each other's potential and inner beauty as an example, rather than spiraling inwards and becoming self-absorbed, to radiate this love outward to all beings. I look forward to the day we adopt and can share our love with each other with our children. I vow to work for the welfare of others with all my compassion, wisdom, and skill. Finally, when it comes to the time to part, I vow to look back at our time together with joy. Joy that we met and shared what we had, and acceptance that we cannot hold on to anything forever. I look forward to spending many more years with you. I love you more than words can express.
So, before I vow anything, I vow to make mistakes. But I think you know what I mean. I think we have already committed to sticking with each other, even when it gets hard. And we fully expect to fail each other on occasion. But when we fail, we have never given up on each other. I vow to continue trying to be my best and to keep you in check when you need it. However, those promises alone, in my mind, do not require a marriage. When we first came back from Seoul, when we ended our relationship, I had a fine cry, loud and long, with no bottom and no top, just circles and circles of sorrow. As we kept in contact after, I slowly came to realize that those tears were not mostly for South Korea, as I originally thought. I cried because I knew I would miss you. As Toni Morrison wrote, it is sheer good fortune to miss somebody long before they leave you. I had the good fortune to realize how much I cared for you and how much you cared for me. How much I cherished my life and time with you. As we have grown together over the past 5 years, we have cultivated goals greater than ourselves. You have joined me in volunteering to cook food for homeless youth, despite getting 7 teeth pulled a few days before. You protested the Muslim ban with me, despite fearing the reactions that you would get. You even gave up cheese, which you loved, to lessen the impact of the dairy industry on the environment. And when we talked about getting married, I asked you if you really wanted to be registered in a database somewhere with the government. And you said that getting married might help us adopt children one day. I cannot imagine a better reason to get married than this. So, James, I vow to enable our relationship in any way I can so that we can better pursue the greater good. You are my partner, and you help me do what is right over what is easy. And for you, I vow to do the same, together in purpose and in name. Our work the fuel, our own special flame, our love the chalice. I love you, James.
The wedding ring is an outward and visible sign of an inward and spiritual bond uniting two loyal hearts in partnership. Brian and James will now exchange rings. Having exchanged vows and rings and ritual before family and friends, I am able to pronounce that you are husbands and married. I introduce to you James and Brian Noyama. You may now smooch as husbands. To make food and bring it, and for being here today. And also, this is just such a joyful occasion for us all. I'm going to ask that you remain seated for a couple of minutes and allow them to get out to the food table first, so that then they can be seated at the table and then you can come greet them as you get your food. So, gentlemen, you're first in line today.
Looks like a meatloaf. Just snack on here. Grandma said it's
You look out the window and that's a nice place to walk.
Oh yeah, I'll do it.
I'm Chris, and it's really a thrill and an honor to see James and Brian celebrate their love for each other. And I'm really struck by how they didn't just take the name of one or the other, but they formed a new name, and to me that carries a really powerful symbolism. And as I was telling Ken earlier, it's really inspiring to be around two people who sincerely love each other, and that's really what I take from this, and I wish them, of course, every happiness.
Hi, I'm Anna Victoria. I met Brian and James in a coffee shop, and we've been friends ever since. Just so happy for both of you. It's been beautiful to see your relationship through the years, and just one of the steadiest, most openly communicated relationships I've been around, and I'm so happy for both of you. Can't wait to see what the future holds.
I'm Rita. I met Brian at a graduate student event at Iowa State, and eventually we lived together and shared an apartment for 2 years, so I got to see them grow in their relationship, and it's very clear that they love each other. It was a beautiful ceremony, and I'm really happy that they finally got married.
Good, we're good. I'm Josh.
I'm Jacob.
And we met Brian and James during our time here in Ames. So pretty recent, but it's been really wonderful to get to know you. Really wonderful to see your relationship grow. Extremely happy for you two. Kind of inspiring. Wish you guys the best.
Congratulations on your wedding, and I can't wait to see how you become a couple even further after marriage. So excited to see what happens.
Hi, I'm Liz, and I met James and Brian at the Mandarin restaurant serving them, and I'm just very honored to be a part of this very special day. It's a very beautiful wedding.
My name is Sinjin.
Hi, I'm Sam.
I know Brian from college. We both went to college at the same time and met each other there. Brian and James, I feel so lucky to know both of you. I remember when I heard about James from Brian when he just came back from South Korea, and I could tell then that it was fated to be such a lovely partnership for life. So I feel lucky to know you. Wish you obviously all the best and all the love.
Congratulations.
Hey Brian and James, we're so happy for you today. My name is Kim North, and this is
Rana Peterson.
And how we know the couple is through James. James works with us at the Seed Science Center. Love you.
I just tell who I am, and hey, I'm Tom, and I've known Brian through the OPTAG program, and because I'm part of that program too at Iowa State, teaching with the youth and so forth. But then I've also got to know both Brian and James through our movie group. So.
And Adam. I'm Adam. I met the guys through our men's group on Friday nights, and they sure seem like they're cut from the same cloth and we're kind of meant for each other, and I wish them nothing but the best.
Hey Brian and James, this is Sam. This is Sam. This is Dean.
Oh, you mixed this up just like my mother. Yeah, we know Brian and James through the Gag Girl, the Friday night movie group, and it's been a pleasure to get to know both of them, and they're a wonderful couple.
Yes, we wish you congratulations. Many years of happiness.
Cheers. Tell them how long you two have been together.
Oh, almost 25 years. Next year will be our 25th year together. So. You had a very beautiful ceremony.
Absolutely spectacular.
Hi, my name is Ming. I know James and Brian for 3 years. We met each other at a class at SU, and then we have been the best friends for the past 3 years, and then I'm so glad and just lucky to have them in my life. I wish them happy marriage. Yeah, that's it. Very nice.
I'm Jack. I actually met Brian first at dinner at the Mandarin, actually.
especially the campus group. Cook for them sometimes there. And as Jack said, we've had a lot of dinners together and do some yoga together and things like that. And just a wonderful ceremony. Unbelievable food. I just can't believe all the good food that we had on the reception. And I wish them both many years of happiness together.
I'm George Belitzos. Dr. Peters, my husband, 33 years. I am the last to be interviewed because I was doing the videotaping. I, of course, know both the guys through our gag group, our Friday night movie night. We get together every Friday for dinner and a movie. The guys don't come to many movies, but they're there quite a bit for dinner, so we've gotten to know each other quite well. Been so impressed by their ethics, their values, the things that they share in terms of compassion and empathy. Those are strong values that they both bring together. I love the wedding. I love the vows that they each wrote and presented to each other. I know that it's not easy to be married, but there's a lot of joy, a lot of comfort to have another human being to share your life with and to share your highs and your lows as we do every Friday. So congratulations, guys.
So now I know where James gets that sassiness from, huh? It's okay. Every family needs a little bit of that.
That's right.
Or sometimes a lot.
Ready?
We are signing the marriage certificate so that the state of Iowa will recognize this marriage, which we already recognize. And party A is James. So James needs to sign in that box right there. As your married name.
Oh, it's scribbled.
Okay.
I won't put the junior.
And print your name. Your name after you're married.
My middle name too?
Initials enough. Okay. And party B is Brian. Sign your name after you're married.
Oh, I should practice this one more.
And print your name after you're married. And first witness, hi. Sign right here in. And print your name there.
Yeah, you can go back.
Gotta make sure I have my signature.
Thank you. And second witness, sign your signature right there. And print your name right there. And all the parties have signed the certificate of marriage, so this marriage is now legal in the eyes of Iowa and this country. It's been a remarkable experience to celebrate this marriage and their love and this life together, dedicated to one another and to justice and working on behalf of the world. So,
your thoughts now that you're legally married and your ceremony? I
don't feel any
beautiful ceremony.
Not the same. Not the same, but everything turned out really great.
Yeah, this wedding was amazing. This is more than I could have imagined. And it's because we had a lot of help. A lot of people came together and volunteered to do different things, including the person holding the camcorder. But the decorations that Sarah did were absolutely amazing.
They helped a lot. Everybody who made food, there was so much really good food.
What did you think of each other's vowels? Or you heard it for the first time.
They're very similar.
Yeah, especially in the beginning.
Yeah, I was half surprised. I wasn't too surprised. I was a little shocked with how similar. I knew they'd be like somewhat similar. I didn't know they'd be that similar.
And also, show us your rings, because we didn't get a close-up of that.
Well, yours is on a different portion.
And tell us what's on the outside.
So there's a sea turtle for Brian, and a dick thistle for me. And the dick thistle has a prairie scene with an oak tree, and the sea turtle has waves and other sea creatures.
Very beautiful rings. Well, we will end with the two of you giving each other a little kiss.
A little snooky.